Hello, Donnie Smith here, and today I'm going to show you how to replace a taillight bulb on a 2009 Pontiac G6, and this will save you $40. This is a pretty simple process, but whenever I was going to have this done, it made me think, well, there may be a few people out there that don't know how to do this, and I'm going to show you how, because it will save you some money. My wife's car she's going to have her oil changed at the dealership, and discovered that one of the light bulbs were out, rear light bulbs, and I said, well, just have them go ahead and do that too while it's there. And she said, well, it's going to cost, I think, about $40. And that kind of surprised me, even though I'm kind of I'm in the industry. But I said, well, never mind. Just tell them never mind. I'll go ahead and replace that, when we get to the house tonight. So she just went ahead and drove it home, and I replaced it for her. And actually, the part only cost $2. I went to Walmart and got the parts. You can go to any part store and get these light bulbs, and it takes about 5 minutes to replace. Now, there are a few models out there that it may be a little bit more difficult, but this one is very simple, and I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to do it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open a trunk, and there's going to be the interior trim in there. There's a cargo net that's on there, and it's attached to two little knobs there. First, you want to take the upper cargo net. It just attaches to it. You just pull it up and over the knob, and then there's a lower one. So there's two places where that cargo net is attached to. Just basically pull those off, and then unscrew those two knobs. Once those two knobs are unscrewed, you can get the interior carpet that's covering the light and the tail light, and pull it forward, to give you access to get to the bolts that hold the tail light in. You don't have to pull it all the way out. Just pull it to where you can have access. It doesn't take a lot of access to be able to get the two bolts underneath out. Now here you can see where the two bolts are. There's just the upper and the lower. It's a 10 millimeter, or there's enough access there. You can even use something like a crescent wrench, will work fine. So go ahead and take those two bolts off, and that's all it takes to take the headlight or the tail light assembly out. Then you just gently pull it out. You want to be careful not to let it bump up against your bumper cover or anything like that and scratch it, but just gently pull it out. And then you see there where the socket twists into the housing out. Just twist that and it'll come right out. Once you have it out, you just go ahead and get the bulb, and you just pull it from the socket. Now, you can't see in this picture. I was hoping the picture would show up a little better, but if you're not sure what the part number is or what light bulb it is, it will say on there. I think this was 1157, and if you're still unsure, just take the bulb with you to the part store, and they can help you out. Talk to a salesman, and they can show you the light bulb that you need for your car. Once you get the new one, you basically just plug it back into the socket. And it's also a good idea, before you start putting everything back together, is just to go ahead and make sure it is working correctly. So you may get someone in the car to hit the brakes or turn on the tail light or whatever the issue is. If it's the parking lights, tail light, blinker, or whatever, make sure it's all working correctly. Then you want to gently go ahead and push the assembly back into the car body. And then once again, before I start securing it, just to make sure that everything's done correctly, you may test your brake light, tail light, and blinker and reverse lights once again, just to make sure everything is correct. And then you basically reverse the process. You go ahead and start securing it. Put the two bolts on with the 10 millimeter or crescent wrench. And then same process, you put the interior trim back in. Start putting the knobs that helps hold the interior trim and your cargo net. So go ahead and put all that back together. Put your cargo net back on, and that's it. That's basically all it takes to replace a bulb in a rear tail light. Only takes a few minutes, but like I mentioned, I was going to have this done because I didn't think it was a big job, but that it $40 you can do this yourself and save a lot of money. Anyway, this was just a simple, quick tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I thank you for watching. And you can learn more tutorials at www.collisionblast.com. And I'd also appreciate it if you rated this video if you enjoyed it. And also at the website, any tutorials that you find helpful, I'd really appreciate you to rate it. Or at the bottom of each post, there's a Facebook button that you can like. I'd appreciate any likes. But that's it for this tutorial. Talk to you soon.